All right, welcome back. In this video, I want to discuss props. Props is short for properties, and props allow you to pass data down into your component and use it in dynamic ways. All right. So this is one of the powerful parts of React is that we can pass data into a component, dynamic data too. Like whenever it changes in certain ways, we can essentially make our component re-render by passing in new props or new data through the props, uh, which hence kind of gives us the name React, right? So let's make something that's a little reactive, right? I think something that would be very simple to do here is what we're going to do is we're just going to create a React button that is completely customizable for our own uses here. So in React Bootstrap here, I have the documentation pulled up into the button section, and essentially this is what a button looks like. You have this button tag. This variant here, this is what is called a prop, right? And inside of it, we're passing the value of primary into this button component. And it will use that to create this type of button color right here, right? It'll apply the proper classes so that it looks like this. And we see here for the variant secondary, it would be gray. And for success, it'll be green, right? And then inside of it, it works like kind of like a normal button, right? We have some text inside of the button. It says primary and it shows up primary here. And then let's set up our own example for this. I'm just going to come in here and I'm just going to call this a new directory here. I'm going to call this my button. And then I'm going to insert a new index.tsx file. Now, if you're not super familiar with TypeScript necessarily, but if you have an index file inside of a folder, like essentially this file becomes like the default export for this folder, right? So when I end up importing my code, we did this with our first component as well here. We imported components, which is right here, and first, which is this directory here, but really it imports this file here. We didn't actually have to specify the index file. If there's an index file there, it's given that that is the import that the file you're trying to import, okay? And that's why we just write it like this. So let's go ahead and write our button component here, and I'm going to export our default function and call it my button. And then we are going to return I'm just going to copy this from down in here so that I don't have to rewrite it. Okay, let's go here. Okay, now you're going to see that this has turned red here because it doesn't understand this tag on how it needs to import it. So I'm just going to put my mouse inside of it, and it's going to say add import. Use Alt-Enter. So I'm just going to Alt-Enter, and it's going to bring up my import menu, and I'm just going to select Import Button from React Bootstrap like so. Or if you want to manually write the import, this is what it looks like, right? So now we've imported this button component from React Bootstrap. And you're going to notice that we didn't put our parentheses around it like this. When you just have a component with just like one line like this, there is no need for the parentheses. But especially if you set your project up the same way that I did, it's something you don't really have to worry about because your editor will, and Prettier will like automatically just adjust the code for you as you need it. And then there's nothing that you really need to do. So there are two different things that we can make on props on this button. So we have this text here. Let's say we want to make this text dynamic. And then let's say we want to be able to change the variant here. So this is actually a prop on this button component, but I'm going to show you that this is not a problem. We can pass our own prop data into this prop, and then it'll apply to the component itself. So let's go ahead and write our very first prop definition. And how you would do that is you would use an interface. So let's, this is literally how I write it like every single time. It would be interface props. And then I defined my props. Okay, so we're going to need some text of some kind, which will be the text for this text right here. And it's going to be of type string. And then I'm going to want a variant of some kind. And I'm just going to call it variant. And it's going to be also of type string. Now we need to set this up inside of our function so that it receives all our props correctly. And there's a couple of different ways you could do this. You could do something like this. So we're going to take props of our type props here, like so. Or another way that I typically would write this is I would actually just write this out with 2 curly braces like so, and then text, and then variant like so. And then I have access to these variables or these props directly without having to go through another step. So this is a little bit shorter in some ways, a little bit longer in other ways. Everything's kind of a horse apiece when it kind of comes to this stuff. But if there's one like way that works better for you, just go for it. I don't know that there's necessarily a right or a wrong way for this. So let's say we want to show our text here, right here where it says primary. What we can do here is we can create 2 new curly braces here. This is called a closure in JavaScript or TypeScript. And inside of a closure is a place where you can execute some kind of code. And we're just going to put text in here. And so it will just place the value that we placed in our prop of text right here. And then we can do the same thing here. So this is a prop of itself. And we're just going to pass in variant. And so, if we hover over this, variant is matched this, which is matched to this, right? Like this. Text, text, text. Okay. Very simple. Let's go ahead and let's just delete our stuff that we have in here. And we'll just return my button, like so. And you notice that when I type that out and I press enter, it automatically, my IDE automatically puts in the required props. And so I am just going to end my component here by using this backslash. Again, I think we talked about this, but just to double check, in normal HTML, you would have to have an opening and a closing tag, but we do not need that in React or JSX. This means the same thing, unless we have something that we need to actually put it to pass down into this component called a child, and we will talk about that later. So, for our text, let's just say, this is my cool button. And then for our variant, we can go here and we can, let's say we want to make a danger variant. And we go down here, variant is of danger. So let's grab danger text. And we'll pass that text in our prop as well. And again, you can think of these exactly as this React code gets compiled. It creates a function that's going to like instantiate this my button, and then these properties here, or these props, are put into an object of some kind, right? And it's going to look like this text. This is a terrible way to write it. Let's just go here. It's going to be like okay. Yeah, I mean, so essentially it's going to pass like an object that looks like this into the function for my button. And then it will use that to render like so. I hope that makes sense. I think that's the easiest way that I can describe it, but that's basically what's happening underneath the hood. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this. And I am going to come back to here and look at this. And this is my cool button, and it's red. And it's very cool. Now, we have our first button. And you learned about props. And so I think in the next video, we're going to talk about expanding upon this, and we're going to render multiple buttons. So I'll see you there.